Hey, what's going on, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit over at rakeandprofit.com, coming back to you with another live show. And today I am super excited because I am live with my good friend, Paul Lipsky. What's going on, Paul?
Hey, Steve, how's it going? Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Black Friday.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Black Friday to you and everybody watching. Hopefully, you guys all had a great time with your family and friends, or just had a special evening. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about drop shipping. And today's a special day because it's not me that's just going to be talking about drop shipping, but it's going to be my friend Paul, who I believe, Paul, you've done well over what, $1 million drop shipping over the last year? Two?
Two since I started drop shipping. Yeah.
Amazing. So, I mean, you've been averaging somewhere around like the $100,000 a month mark, I would say, around there per month drop shipping on eBay. So, today we're going to be giving you an overview of how to get started with drop shipping. And we're not really going to be talking about how to make $100,000 a month, because a lot of people, the first thing you got to do is learn how to make 100 a month or 1,000 a month or 2,000 a month. So, we're going to be talking about a lot of the pillars that are going to help you to become successful drop shipping. And we've got a really, really awesome special show for you. Paul has put together a presentation that I don't think have you ever shared this presentation before?
Nope, not publicly. No.
So this is a brand new special presentation that he hasn't shared publicly, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So not only are we going to share an awesome value-driven webinar with you guys, but also at the end of the video, I'm going to be giving away some prizes. So I'm going to be giving away some gift cards. I'm going to be giving away some resources and some really cool stuff. So make sure that you, first and foremost, smash that like button down below. It's so important. If you want to win some prizes, if you want to have some fun, you got to hit that like button, show some love. But yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun. So Paul, why don't you take things over? Maybe you can introduce yourself or get into things, but super, super excited. We got 80 people watching so far on Black Friday. And man, you know, I'm super excited for this. So what's going on, brother?
Not much. I am super excited too. I have a lot to share with everyone. Can I just get right into this? Can we get started right away?
Sure, we could jump right into it. And if I see any questions that come through, because I know there's going to be a lot of questions, should we wait till the end or should I interrupt you? What's the best?
Probably better if you wait because I think I could probably answer it during the presentation, but if I don't cover it, more than happy to answer anything at the end. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'll let you get prepared with your slides. And real quick, do you mind if I shout some people out? Because we got a
No,
lot
go
of
for
people
it.
saying hello.
Go for it. Let's see who's here.
Awesome. So we got Heather, the reseller. Was just talking to her yesterday. What's up, Heather? Good to see you. We got Lunch Money Hustle said, I've been drop shipping PS4 Spider-Man bundle.
Oh, wow.
Hello. I know that's trending right now. I actually just played Spider-Man the other day. The graphics are awesome. Darren Eckelman says, I only smash like button if the content makes me. Oh, you are going, Darren, I am going to get you to smash that like button because I told you we got something special. So that's my main goal during this show, Paul, is to get Darren to smash that like button. Steven's asking what happened to the toy guide. So a lot of people are asking about, I released a toy guide recently and they're asking about where it is. You've got to check your spam folder. For some reason, Gumroad sent it to the spam folder. So check that. If you haven't gotten in your spam, send me an email at rakeandprofit@gmail.com and we will hook you up. Solo Keepa saying, hey, Steve. Caribbean Treasure saying happy Thanksgiving from Florida. Bunch of people excited for the show. So Linda, Liz, so many people to shout out. But Paul, let's jump into it. We got over 100 people right now. And save your questions, guys, till the end, and we are going to answer all of your questions. So, Paul, let me pass the mic over to you, and let's do this.
Nice. So I'm just going to share my screen here. And can you see the slide, Steve? Does everything look good, Steve?
Sorry about that. I was muted. Yep, everything looks good, Paul.
Cool. Okay. So wanted to welcome everyone first to the webinar. Super excited to be talking about this. This is kind of a overview. Like Steve said, this is going to show you the pillars, or as I like to call them, the secrets to getting started with a drop shipping business on eBay, even if you don't have any website, any inventory, and no experience needed to get started with this. And really, I'm going to show you the one simple skill you need to get started with eBay dropshipping. This kind of surprises people because most people already know and have already mastered this one simple skill. But let's get into this. Again, my name is Paul, and I'm going to show you this entire process for you. Now, I'm guessing for a lot of you, this isn't your first webinar or, so to speak, your first rodeo. Um, and I know that a lot of people have tried different ways to learn learn how to make money online. So I want to say right away that if you failed at e-commerce before, or even specifically with eBay dropshipping in the past, it's not your fault. That's what I want you to, if you take away one thing today, it's that. This is not your fault if you struggle with this in the past, because there's a lot of information out there and it can be really, really confusing. So it's understandable if you're confused because it's the amount of information overload that keeps people from succeeding, and that's okay. And if you're concerned that you can't succeed with something like e-commerce or eBay dropshipping, I want you to put those fears to rest, have an open mind about this, because I'm going to show you how simple this really is and how you can do this if you have the right system to follow. Now, most people are going to tell you that in order to start a business, you need inventory, you need to store inventory, you need a loan, you need a college degree. But I'm telling you, they are wrong. In this 21st century, with a computer, with the internet, they are wrong. It's just not true anymore. You can start a business with much, much less. And I know a lot of you are here because you have a dream to, you know, designed by you during this webinar. And I really use that language specifically, designed by you, because that means a life that is completely on your terms, a life where the business works around your schedule and not the other way around. So our goals today is to introduce you to eBay dropshipping and how it can become a passive income stream for you that makes you money while you sleep. And more importantly, by the end of this workshop, you'll see why eBay dropshipping is really unique, because it's one of the few ways to start an online business if you have no experience, no expertise, and really not a lot of money to invest up front. And why the program Dropshipping Titans is really the only way to effectively learn about eBay dropshipping if you are serious about it. So if that sounds cool to everyone, we'll get going now that we're all on the same page with what our goals are for the webinar. Okay. So first, I know some of you might not know who I am, so I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Paul. I grew up in New York City. That's still where I live now, and had a pretty normal life up until a couple of years ago. In fact, up until recently, I pretty much did everything I was supposed to do. I went to school, went to college, actually went to law school, got a career in law. But the big problem really was that I just wasn't happy. So, like a lot of you who I know who are here today, I went searching for something. I wasn't even sure what it was, just something alternative, something to get me out of this funk I was in, to change my life. And what I found was that people were making money online from anywhere in the world. And that really appealed to me. But the problem was, I found that there were many different ways to do that. And a lot of them were really expensive to get started. And they were hard. I tried and I failed. And I kind of was about to give up, because here's the problem with most e commerce businesses. First, they require you to build a website. Then you need to invest a lot of money up front in buying the inventory for your business. Then obviously you need to store that inventory. And then you need to learn how to market so that people are driven to your website and actually purchase the items from you. Essentially, you are putting all your eggs in one basket because you are betting that the one item or the one niche that you chose is going to work. But the problem is, what if it doesn't work? Then you built a website, you have all this inventory, you paid for storage, and you paid for all this marketing for an item or a niche that just doesn't sell and doesn't make you money. That's when I discovered eBay dropshipping. And eBay dropshipping is unique because it doesn't have any of the problems we mentioned before. So to kind of get an understanding of why those problems don't exist with eBay dropshipping, wanted to give a quick introduction to what it is, what eBay dropshipping is. So, when you drop ship on eBay, you are going to be selling items to a customer on eBay. They buy the item from you. Then you are going to order the item from a supplier, and the supplier will then ship the item to the customer. So, this means that you never handle the inventory. The supplier sends it directly to the customer. So it never crosses your threshold. You never have to handle it. You never have to store it. So you don't have all the same problems you have with a traditional business here. You don't have to build a website. You don't need to invest a lot of money. You don't need to store the inventory, and you don't need to learn marketing. I'll show you more of that in a second. And these suppliers that I'm talking about, these are websites that you use every single day anyway. So websites like Walmart, Amazon, Home Depot, Bass Pro Shop, Overstock, Wayfair.com, all these websites can be your supplier. So when you are doing eBay dropshipping, you are selling on an existing website, eBay. So you don't have to build the website. eBay has already done that for you. You also don't have to buy the item until someone else buys it from you. That means there's no risk that you are listing up an item on eBay that won't sell, because if it doesn't sell, who cares? You didn't buy the item yet. So there's very low risk there. Also means obviously you don't have to store the inventory, and eBay is handling the marketing for you. There are people on eBay every single day with their credit cards already stored in the system, ready to make purchases. They are there specifically to buy things. eBay takes care of that for you. You just have to get the items listed up. So that is really what makes eBay dropshipping so unique. And it allows you to get started even if you don't have experience, expertise, or a lot of money to invest up front. And that's exactly what I did. And when I started, I was starting from the beginning, but now I've done over $2 million in sales on eBay. I took this picture, I think last week, but I'm now over $2 million in sales on eBay. I've taught hundreds of other people just like you how to successfully sell on eBay too, both through my YouTube channel and my online course, where I've now had over 1,000 students go through that course. So we'll talk more about that in a minute, but I really want you not to get overwhelmed by this number, because when I started, I really had no experience and had no clue what I was doing. And I know a lot of you are in that same position as well. And actually, I would say it was worse for me, because when I started, there was no roadmap to follow. I was completely just figuring it all out on my own. Now there is a roadmap to follow, which we'll talk more about in a minute. But despite that, I was able to successfully start an eBay dropshipping business up to the point where I've now quit my corporate job as an attorney. And it's not only worked for me, but it's worked for a lot of my students. Here's one of my students, Bill. And Bill, he's here with his family in Disney World. While he's in Disney World, his eBay dropshipping business is making him money. While he's hanging out with his family, while he's on rides, eating all the expensive food at Disney World, he's having a great time with his family. And no, he's not, running off and hiding in the corner with his cell phone, running the business. It's all running on autopilot for him. We'll talk more about that in a minute, but just know that this is working for other people as well. And here are his sales. He's doing over $50,000 a month in sales. So that brings me to the three dropshipping titans secrets. So the first secret here, and this is what we're going to focus on for the remainder of the webinar. This is really the important stuff here, these three secrets. The first one is how you can start an eBay dropshipping business with this one simple skill. And I want to give you a hint that you've already mastered this skill. The second secret we'll go over is how to list items that you know are going to sell well on eBay. So there's no guessing here. And the third secret is how to then take that all and turn it on autopilot. And that little robot is supposed to represent turning everything on autopilot. Now, of course, I have to throw out the disclaimer that I can't promise you any results. And that's because I don't know who you are and what kind of action you will or will not take after watching this video. Unfortunately, most people who attend these don't get any results. And that's because I think because people don't even get started. And if you don't get started, you can't get results. So while I can't promise you that, I will show you exactly what I have done. And my promise is that this will be worth your attention, or sorry, it will be worth your time if you pay attention to what I'm showing you. So if that sounds cool to everyone and everyone's focused and everyone's excited to learn about this, I can move on to secret number one. And that is, again, the one simple skill you need to get started. I think it's going to surprise you what it is. So, if you remember before, I was talking to you about the suppliers that you use to dropship onto eBay. So, for instance, I mentioned Walmart here and how you're going to go onto Walmart, find some items, and sell those items in your eBay store. Well, the way you get the item into your eBay store is by copying and pasting. And that is the one simple skill that you need to get started. And really, I mean that this is all you need to master to get started. Because what you're doing is finding an item on Walmart, like let's say this chair, copying the photos, the title, the description, and pasting it into eBay. And it's really that simple. And actually, I'm going to show you in a few minutes how it gets even more simple than this. But essentially, it breaks down to you being able to copy and paste. So if that's what you do, what don't you need to do as an eBay dropshipper? Well, you don't need to purchase an item before someone purchases it from you on eBay. You don't need to take photos of the items because we're using the stock images here from Walmart. And most of the time, we're allowed to do that because these are brand new items, never opened, original in the box. We are allowed to use the stock images. You also don't have to store inventory. You don't have to worry about boxing up inventory and getting supplies like packing tape. You don't need to worry about shipping labels or printing out postage because Walmart or whatever supplier you're using, they're the ones who are going to package up the items, put on the shipping label, and ship it to the customer for you. They take care of all of that for you. It's kind of like a free fulfillment center for you. And obviously, you don't have to worry about handling all that inventory. And what's also really unique about eBay dropshipping is that you don't have to sell an item just once. Think about this. If the item is still on in stock on Walmart's website or whatever supplier's website you're using, that means it is in stock on your eBay store as well. So this item was $75. I've sold it 240 times over and over and over and over again. So I copied and pasted once from Walmart onto eBay. I did that once, and then the item sold 240 times. Imagine how much of a game changer this is. Imagine that you only have to put in a few minutes of work to get the item listed up, and then it continually runs over and over and over again. And that's just one item. I have dozens of items like this in my store. So I know what a lot of you might be thinking here, and that is this legal? And yes, it is legal, although I'm not practicing as an attorney anymore, and I don't like to really give legal advice. One thing I will say with certainty is that drop shipping is definitely legal. It's been around for a very long time, and it's been a very legit business model that entire time. The other question I get quite a bit when I tell people about this is what's going to happen when the customer wants to return an item? And I understand why this would come up because a lot of you out there, not all of you, but some of you are sellers on eBay or Amazon already. You've dealt with returns and you hate returns because they stink. Returns really stink. But with eBay dropshipping, they're really not that bad. And here's why. When a return happens on eBay as a drop shipper, the buyer is going to message you or open up a return case on eBay. Then what you do is you turn around to your supplier, let's say Walmart, and you tell them you want to return the item. And it's very easy to do this from Walmart's website. You actually just click one button and the return is started automatically. Walmart will then send you a prepaid return label that you would then send to your buyer on eBay. The buyer then prints that out, puts it on the box where they've boxed up the item, and they send the item directly back to Walmart. You never see the item. Then Walmart refunds you, you refund the customer, and at that point, it's pretty much just a wash. Didn't take you much time to go on Walmart, request a return, and send the label. It's not like you have to get the package, inspect it, and then list the item back up and hope someone else buys it and hope that the um the buyer didn't use it and then you can't use it anymore because that's stuff that Walmart deals with. All you have to do is get the label and send it to the customer, and the rest is automatically taken care of for you. So, the next question I always get is, does this really work? It sounds too simple to work, but yes, it does work. Here are some of my students. This is Caden saying, started a little over a month ago and so happy to see that this actually works. Here's Kathy saying, OMG, this really works. I just made my first sale and I just listed my first item 10 hours ago. So within 10 hours, she got her first sale. This is Becky saying, this works, guys. Here's Courtney saying, I've officially sold $1,000 in 10 days after getting started. And here's Judy saying, it works with 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 exclamation points, I think. So that's Dropshipping Titans secret number 1, which is that if you can copy and paste, you can start an eBay dropshipping business. So does that sound cool? Does that sound easy enough to everyone? Does everyone understand that? So I'm seeing in the chat. Cool. All right. So we're going to move on, but just wait because as you'll see very soon, this is going to get even easier. But for now, let's move on to secret number 2. And secret number 2 is how to list items that you know are going to sell well on eBay. So let me tell you a little story here about when I got started selling on eBay. You'll see that I started around January of 2017, right here. And you'll see that my growth was pretty slow at first. In fact, I had a little bit of growth in March and then it dropped down. And that's because I didn't know what I was doing. I was guessing, I was doing a lot of experimenting and spending a lot of time just trying to figure it out. That is until about the middle of July when I discovered something. What I discovered was that eBay tells you which items sell well on their platform. Look right here. This I showed you this before, but this is a good example. This item sold 240 times. eBay tells you that this item sold 240 times. So if eBay is telling you that this item is selling well on eBay, you should sell the same exact item. There's no guesswork here. You can go onto eBay and find dozens of items like these that have sold many times already. So why wouldn't you sell the same items that you know are already selling well on the platform? And those are the items you should be selling. Why waste your time guessing and selling items that aren't ever going to, or listing up items for sale that aren't ever going to sell? And this was such a huge game changer for me. This is what allowed my sales to finally start to grow between July and August, and then triple into September, and then I think almost tripled again into October, and then go up and up and up and up. And because I was focusing on items that were selling well, you'll see right here, December 2017, here were my sales. And then January 2018, my sales were actually higher. That is unheard of. Everyone's sales normally drop after December into January. But because I was focusing on specific items that were already selling well on eBay, my sales were going up even into January. I know a lot of you here might be thinking, well, what about the competition? If everyone's selling these items, how am I supposed to come in and sell the same items? But this is what you need to realize. Trillions of dollars are being spent online, and more people are spending more money online. So imagine that all the money being spent online is represented by this pie chart. And you'll know that 99.999999999% of the sales are other people. And the very small percentage, way less than 1%, is your sales. But even that tiny percent of trillions of dollars is more than enough money to change your life. So you don't need to dominate this entire market. You don't need to be Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon. You don't need to control the whole market. You just need the tiniest sliver of it in order to make a big change in your life. And that is really the goal here. We don't need to overcomplicate this. We're not trying to start a multi-billion dollar company. This is you trying to change your life in a very simple way, which is the tiniest part of the market share that's available. So that's Dropshipping Titans secret number 2, which is that eBay tells you which items are selling well. So you should sell the same items. So let's now go to the final secret here, and that is how to turn everything that I showed you already on autopilot. So I want to tell you about my business because when I first started, my eBay dropshipping business was very hands-on. And honestly, when those sales started to take off in the late summer, I really started to get burnt out. What is the point of having a really successful online business if you're spending all your time running the business and you can't even enjoy your life, or enjoy the money you're making? So that's when I knew I had to find a way to automate everything I was doing as much as possible. And you know what? It actually worked. So this is a picture of me on a sailboat. I was down in Florida for a whole week living on the sailboat. I was in the middle of the ocean. It was an amazing time. We saw dolphins, we saw squid. We, just hung out on the sailboat, letting like the wind take us. It was an amazing trip. But we didn't have Wi-Fi. We didn't have cell service for an entire week. Yet my business ran itself. I was making money on vacation. And how I was able to do this, I'm going to show you the start of that right now. So imagine how it would feel if you could make money while on vacation, completely on autopilot. But how is this possible? Well, there is software out there, these tools that will actually begin to automate your business for you. So remember before when I told you with Dropshipping Titans secret number 1 that all you needed to know how to do was copy and paste to get started with this business? Well, I'm going to make that even easier from you. You saw how easy it was before? Well, let me show you this right here. So what I have here is a little video I recorded before and put it into the PowerPoint. Here is another item that I found on Walmart. This is a chair. And I like this chair. I did some research and I saw that other people are selling this on eBay. So I want to sell the same chair. So check out how easy this is. So what I do is I come up to the URL on the top and I copy that. Then I come to this tool and it's called, sorry about that. So then I come to the tool. The tool is called AutoDS. There is a lot of software out there like this. What this does for you is it will help you manage your eBay dropshipping business. I'll show you specifically the best feature about it in just one second. Just know that there are dozens of softwares out there like this one. And I'm only going to show you the best ones because I don't want you to feel overwhelmed and feel like you have to, try all of them to figure out which one's the best. I've tried all of them for you. I've spent the money on all of them. I figured out which ones are the best. Those are the ones I'm going to show you. So this is one that I really like. So what you do with this software, or one of the features of it, is I did it again, I'm sorry. So you now take the URL that you just copied and you actually just paste it right into here. And then what you do is you change this to Walmart because that's the place we're listing from. And I click this button. Now watch what happens and how quickly it happens. So in a matter of seconds, it's pulled the title, it's pulled the image right here, the main image. It's also pulled all the item specifics like the model number, the manufacturer, the brand, the UPC number. It's pulled the rest of the images right here, all high resolution. It's also pulled the whole description and made it look so nice with this template, really easy for buyers to look at it. And that's it. It's all right there. It's ready to go. So I click upload product, confirm, and just in a matter of seconds, that entire product is now listed into my eBay store. So instead of having to copy and paste everything over, all I had to do was copy and paste the URL, and that's it. So you see how much time that saves you. So now the other cool thing about this is now that I've listed my item on eBay using this tool has now linked my Walmart item with the item on eBay. So that means that if the price on Walmart goes up, then that tool will automatically increase the price on my eBay listing. This makes sure that you don't lose money on a sale. This is really important. And it does it automatically for you every single hour. If the price drops on Walmart, the price on eBay, on your eBay listing, will drop as well so that you can continue to stay competitive. And if the item goes out of stock on Walmart, it will go out of stock on your eBay listing as well. So there's really minimizes the number of stock issues and the number of price issues. And it's all done automatically for you. So I'm not the only one using this, of course. I have a lot of students who are doing it. They're doing it really successfully as well. So what else can you automate here? Well, you can automate the research. I showed you how eBay will tell you which items are selling well, but this process can actually be automated, the research. I just showed you how the listing process can be automated. Customer service, believe it or not, can be automated as well with software. And of course, the repricing, which we just talked about. Even ordering can be automated. So there's software out there that if you're drop shipping from some websites like Walmart or Amazon, then anytime someone purchases the item from you on eBay, the software will automatically order it from Amazon.com, enter the buyer's shipping information, and the customer will receive the item in a few days. You literally do no work there. So that's how amazing this software is. So here are some of my students who are also using this software. Here's Adam, literally on a beach surfing. He goes out, surfs, comes in, checks on his store. Everything looks good. All right. He goes out for another set there. Here's Jonathan in the Philippines, again on a beach. Seems to be a common theme here, running his business from there. And again, I'll remind you about Bill and how his business was running while he was enjoying a day with his family in Disney World. I know a lot of you might be thinking this, like, how much is this software going to cost? And like I mentioned before, I've found the best of the best software. I've really gone through all of it. And one of the criteria I had was the pricing. I don't want you all to feel like you're paying a ton of money for this software, especially when you get started. And because I have a course with a lot of students and a lot of people who are interested in software, I'm able to negotiate special rates for you people. So as a part of my program, that tool I showed you has a $1 month-long trial. So you get to use it for a month, get your store up and running for just $1 with all the features on it. And that's part of my program, which I'll talk about in a minute. Now, another question that I hear people say a lot is they're worried about this software. They say, I'm terrible with technology. Like, how am I supposed to be able to do this? And I want to let you know, honestly, I'm really not that great with technology either. But this stuff is really easy to use. There's complicated software out there, but the ones that I found for you guys are very user friendly, very easy to get started. And I promise you that I'm going to hold your hand through this whole process, show you how easy it is, show you exactly what you need to do to use it effectively. And it's really, really easy to use. I've actually shown my parents how to use it. And so if they can do it, trust me, so can you. So that's cool with everyone. We can then recap Dropshipping Titans secret number 3, which is that which is that you should be using existing software to turn your store on autopilot. So to recap all 3 secrets now, we have 1, if you can copy and paste, you can run an eBay dropshipping business. 2, eBay is telling you which items are selling well. You should sell the same items. And 3, you should use existing software to turn your store on autopilot. So let me ask you a question here. If you follow the second secret and find items that are already selling well on eBay, and you copy and paste the URL, like I showed you in secret number 1, and then you list the item with the software that I showed you in secret number 3, does everyone out there, do you guys feel like that's doable? Do you feel like you can do that? Like that's a very manageable way to run a business? So I see a lot of people agreeing. Yeah. I think it's very, very easy to do, very easy to follow. And I'm hoping that you guys are excited by this. But I also understand if you're feeling a little overwhelmed, you feel like maybe there's something that you're missing here and you want to learn more. So if that's a situation, I'm hoping it's cool that I spend like 10 minutes to show everyone how they can get started with eBay dropshipping today, even if they don't have the experience or expertise. So if that's cool with everyone, I would like to jump into what it is that I'm offering you guys today. But let's take a quick sip of water here.
I'm excited for this. People are having a lot of fun in the comments, and I'm answering a lot of questions and also saving some questions for the end as well, Paul. So let's
Awesome.
dive into it. Excited to hear what you got.
Cool. Okay. So this is it. This is the go-to course about eBay dropshipping. It's called Dropshipping Titans. And I apologize for this photo. This is a terrible photo. I admit that right now. Because this is not, you're not going to get a DVD set in the mail. This is all online. This is a fully digital course. You'll get full access right away when you sign up to Dropshipping Titans. And I promise you it looks better than this cruddy stock photo I found. And this is going to show you exactly how I was able to scale my business my very first year into an over $1 million business. I'll show you exactly everything that I did, even though I had no experience and no expertise and really not a lot of money to invest up front. So this is what you're going to learn. This is what you're going to get. The first module is all about how to set up your business, your eBay dropshipping business, to be fully optimized. Now, there are a lot of steps in this module, but it's really easy to follow along because all you need to do is have one window open on the left with your eBay store, one window open on the right with the course, and just follow along with me. And once you do it once, you never have to do it again unless you open up a second eBay store. But really, you never have to do it again. So it's very easy to do and follow along. And remember, I'm holding your hand through the whole process. The second module is all about how to find profitable items to sell. We talked about this before, but I break this down for you into a 3-step formula. A formula because it's plug and play. Anyone can do it if you follow the formula. And I show you exactly how to do it. Easiest way to do this. Module 3 is all about software automation. So I showed you the software before, but I show you how to set it up, how to run it, and how to use it so that you can automate as much as possible with your business. This is fun because remember, once you set it, it's basically set it and forget it. It runs itself in the background. Module 4 then is all about how to get the items to your customers once the buyers or the customers buy them from you on eBay. And this is incredibly easy as well. If you've ever shopped online, you can do this. You can process an order. It's really that simple. And then module 5 is all about customer service. This is how I show you how to handle customer questions and things like returns, which we talked a little bit about before. So this right here, these 5 modules are all you need to be successful. You don't need anything more than that. Let me show you one of my students, Ali. He was one of my students that did exactly what I taught in these lessons and nothing more. And he's doing really, really, really well with his business after a very short period of time. I hope you guys can hear this.
I went through the entire course in literally one night. I stayed up all night, watched the entire course. So I've been doing it for 6 months now. For the past 2 months, I've been over $100,000 in sales.
So you see, after a really short period of time, he was able to grow to a 6-figure a month business. And what really amazes me about Ali is that he's doing a lot. I couldn't show the whole interview, but I think he has, yes, I wrote down 6 kids. 6 kids. And he works a job and he has multiple side businesses. He really knows what it means to hustle. But this business for him, the eBay dropshipping business, it works for him so well because he's automated so much of it. And he hasn't done anything different than what I show in those modules, the core modules of the course. So again, I want to reiterate who this business is for. This is for people who want to start an online business, even if they have no experience or expertise. And it's also for people who have already started dropshipping on eBay and are looking for a leg up. They're looking for advanced tactics that will get them to grow their store even faster. So that's who this is for. And like I said, Ali's doing this with 6 kids. It completely blows my mind how he's able to do it. But then again, I do know how he does it because I've shown him the software that does work. So you're going to get those 5 core video sections. Those are valued at $997. But as part of today's package, you're also going to get my customer service scripts. These are canned responses to the most common questions you'll get if you are dropshipping on eBay. So when I was first figuring this stuff out, like first started selling on eBay, doing dropshipping, I ran into a huge problem because I didn't know how to respond to customers. So I had to create these canned responses. I would answer a customer's question, write down what I said, and then evaluate. Did that response work or did the buyer get mad at me for it? What's a better way of responding here? I've been honing these making them better and better for years now. And I think I've finally got it to the point where they are just about perfect, where they minimize to the greatest extent the number of issues you're going to have with customer service or with your customers. And I found that the more and more I've worked on these scripts, the less and less problems I've had with customers. So I don't want you to have to start over from scratch. That's why I'm giving these proven scripts to you as part of today's package. All you have to do is, again, copy and paste from the canned responses to your customers on eBay, and it's really that easy. So I'll give you those as well. Those are valued at $199. That's in addition to the $997 value for the 5 core video sections. But I also want to give you access to a special module, which is full of my top hacks for increasing your profit on every single sale on eBay. I've spent, countless hours over the past 2 years finding different tricks to make more money on each sale. And you won't have to do that because I'm giving these hacks away to you as part of this package. These are going to make it easier for you to make a higher profit. And as you're going to see, a lot of them are actually really fun to use. Imagine that you're stacking like 2 or 3 of these on top of each other, and that will quickly allow you to actually double your profit on a lot of sales. Now, once you know what they are, they're really easy to use. I don't know if hacks is the best word. That's just the word I like to use. Hacks makes it sound like we're doing something wrong here. It's nothing wrong. These are legitimate ways to earn money or save money when you're buying things online. And I break it down for you the most scalable way to use these little tricks. And again, I have fun doing this, and I think you will as too. You'll see how addicting it is really to save as much money as you can on on each sale, and then you do it over and over and over again. It's pretty exciting. So you get those top profit hacks. Those are valued at $499. That's in addition to the customer service scripts valued at $199 and the 5 core video sections valued at $997. Really, I think these hacks are worth a lot more because they can make you so much money, but I had to put a value on it. And that brings me to the next thing I want to throw in here, which is access to my private mastermind. This is exclusive. It is only for paid members of the course. No one else is allowed in. And the reason I set it up like this is because when I started drop shipping on eBay, I was really struggling because I felt kind of like alone. I felt like no one else was really taking this business seriously, if I could even find other people doing it. And it was really frustrating. I wanted other people who I could talk to about it, who were serious and committed like I was. I'm making it easier for you to connect with others. And because everyone has an invested interest in doing well, because they are part of the course, you know that everyone there is serious about this business. This makes the business easier and it makes it more fun. No one wants to do this alone. Trust me, it gets lonely very quickly if you end up doing something like this where your coworkers or your family members don't understand what you're doing and they think you're crazy. It's great to have a support group like this, and we're here for you. And it's really exciting, the things that come out of this group. And I really have to say that my top students are the ones who are most active in this mastermind. And in fact, I don't know any successful eBay dropshippers that aren't active in some sort of mastermind. So for instance, here are some recent posts inside the mastermind. Here is a student of mine, Phil, who's now doing over $60,000 a month in sales. You'll see the day before he posted this, he did over $4,000 in sales in one day. Here's Willis, who 10 days after joining the course made back the money of the course. It paid for itself in 10 days. And he didn't even finish the course by the time he made his money back. Again, here's Bill, his first month in, he posted this and he did over $1,500 in profit that first month that he started his business. Here's Mike, who has done now over 1,000 orders. And here's Jason, 8 days into the course, already did $500 in sales. And I'll remind you that Bill was doing over $50,000 a month in sales. And we started to do something fun, which is actually in-person meetups. This is the one we held recently in New York City. I think we had like 30 people show up. It was awesome. We went over some stuff that we haven't ever talked about before. I think people got to connect in person, form little masterminds. It was really great. And got to meet some amazing people like this guy, Brian, one of my students who's absolutely incredible.
What's up, guys? I'm Brian Williams. I started dropshipping about a year ago. I took Titan's Tribe probably 3 to 4 months into it. I had heard about the course through a friend. After I learned about the course, it dramatically improved my dropshipping results because I was able to learn so much new content that wasn't available in previous other courses. Currently doing around 100,000 in sales every month, so trying to progressively grow it every month. And I've been successful up to this point, and I'd like to keep it going. I'm an average person just like you. I have a 9 to 5. I still do this when I have time, and I just decided to go in for it. What do you have to lose? Just take the risk.
All right, so Brian's absolutely crushing it. So proud of everything that he's done. And he's, like he said, he's one of my students here. So that private mastermind, I threw in a value of $299, but I know other people charging $100 a month for masterminds. And so that's just a number I threw on there. Again, you also get the top profit hacks valued at $499, customer service scripts valued at $199, and the 5 core video sections valued at $997. Now, obviously, I'm not going to charge you $2,000 for this, but if I did charge you $2,000 and all it did was allow you to set up your own online business, I think for a lot of you that would be worth it. And if it only did enough to earn you an extra $1,000 or $500 a month, personally, I think that's worth it too. Well, so I think the real issue here is that you could probably see that others are charging thousands of dollars a month to see similar results to this one. But I don't want to charge that much because I want to see you guys succeed, and I don't think it's necessary to charge that month. So I'm not going to charge you $1,994. This is normally valued at, I normally sell it for $297. But this is a Black Friday special. So I'm actually going to do something very unique, and I'm going to discount it even further. If you get it today, you will get $50 off just for Black Friday. So you can get it today only for $247. That is a huge savings compared to the total value of the course, just for $247. Now, even at the $297 price point, how does that break down? Well, all you need to do, I'm going to spare you all the math. Just know that in order to make back $297 in 1 month, you only need to sell $100 a day for a month. So that's 4 $25 items, 4 $25 items once a day, 2 $50 items once a day for a month, or 1 $100 item once a day for a month. You do that for a month, you make back $297. But again, this is further discounted to $247. Now, look, you really have 2 choices right now. You can spend the next 8 months to a year trying to figure this all out on your own, probably making a lot of mistakes along the way like I did, or you can get started today with a proven system that over 1,000 other students have gone through. You'll avoid all the same mistakes that I made and be able to get started with it today, even if you don't have any experience or expertise when it comes to online selling. But I guess the real choice here is, are you going to do nothing with what you have learned, or are you just going to take a leap of faith and just try it out? Because this comes with a 30 days, no questions asked, money back guarantee. So I'm taking all the risk off of you. Complete money back guarantee. So you really have nothing to lose. So I guess that means the real question here is it worth it to spend a few minutes of your time just checking this out? Even if it only does half of what I claim it can do, it will pay for itself in a few months. So just to recap what you're getting the 5 core video sections valued at $997. You're getting the customer service scripts valued at $199. You're getting the top profit hacks valued at $499. And you get access to the exclusive mastermind for life, by the way. Full access for life for $299 value. Not going to charge you $1,994. Not even going to charge you $297. I'm only charging you today for Black Friday $247. Now, I know some of you might be watching this on the replay after Black Friday, and I'm sorry, I'm very strict with my deadlines. This deal is going away on Friday at midnight when Black Friday is over. But I know that there are a lot of you who are probably going to watch this on the replay and wish you had taken advantage of this deal. So go ahead and click the link underneath this video, whether you're watching it now live or watching it later. That's going to take you to the sales page. You'll be able to see the deal that's going on and how much time is left on it. And if you're watching this after Black Friday, we'll get some other deal for you. It won't be as good. Just to be honest, it's not going to be as good as saving the $50 that you'll save today on Black Friday, but I'll set up something for you guys. I'll throw in some extra bonuses for you so that if you're watching Steve's channel, because Steve's a friend of mine, because I love his audience, I love you guys so much, I'll do something special for you guys. So if you're watching this after Black Friday, click on the link anyway, check out what deal I put together for you guys. And I think you're still going to find that it's worth it. So that's the whole presentation. I know that there's probably a ton of questions. So Steve, if there's any questions, please let me know. I'd be happy to answer anything people have questions about.
Sure, absolutely. Can you hear me?
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome, man. You did a great job. And I've been interacting in the comments, and there's a lot of great questions that people have been asking. So I'll just get started with some of the most common question I had. One of the questions was, how much money does somebody need to get started? And then how much money to actually maintain your dropshipping store?
Yeah, so surprisingly, you don't need very much to get started at all. And the reason for that is because one, you're not buying any inventory up front. Again, you're not buying the items until someone buys them from you. The second reason is because when you first start selling on eBay, you will get a store that doesn't charge you a monthly fee, and you usually get a number of listings for free on eBay. eBay charges per listing, but when you're new, you get a number of them for free. I think it's 50 now. So you're in the clear for a while with that. Now, eBay is obviously going to take a percentage of the sale price, but that only happens after you sell the item. And then the other cost is the software. But like I said, $1, you get a month trial. Even after the month trial is up, the software is really inexpensive and well worth it. You can easily make the money back for the price of the software. The only real cost involved when you're starting out is sometimes if you're new to eBay, if you've never sold on eBay before, then PayPal and eBay want to make sure that you're a legit seller. You're not trying to scam anybody. So what they do is they hold your money for a short period of time. Some people call it PayPal jail. It's not really an accurate term because you didn't do anything wrong. What it is for the first 3 months you're in business, anytime someone buys an item from you, PayPal doesn't release the money to you. They hold on to it. Now, once you buy the item and ship it out to the customer and you upload the tracking number, the item shows it was delivered. Then a couple of days later, PayPal releases that money to you. So you just need some money to actually buy the item from Walmart and ship it to the customer. Then once PayPal releases the money, you can refund yourself or pay off your credit card if you use the credit card to do that.
Awesome. Awesome. I actually just got 2 messages, instant message on Facebook, and people are asking, where do I get the course? So people are hitting me up behind the scenes right now. If you go into the description, it's the first link down below. And I forgot to mention as well, if you guys do get his course, I'm throwing in some bonuses as well, just to give you guys an incentive to take action and to help you guys succeed. So I'm also throwing in 5 bonuses as well. So 5 of my ebooks that can help you to sell on eBay. They're not really drop shipping items, although I'm sure you could drop ship them as well. But a lot of people are struggling to, get a couple $100s in their bank or $1,000 and to build that cushion. And I highly recommend that while you're building up your drop shipping business, continue flipping stuff from thrift stores, right? Start going to auctions, start going to flea markets, to garage sales. So for a limited time as well, if you check the link in the description, you'll see all 5 books that I'm throwing in. You're just going to have to send me an email at rakeandprofit@gmail.com if you get this deal today, and we'll send you over all 5 books. So just want to clarify that. Paul, some people are asking, what are some of the softwares that you're using?
Sure. So let me take a step back because I really like something you said. I have a lot of students inside the course who flip and do drop shipping. They complement each other really well. And I think that I know a lot of your viewers are doing flipping, going to thrift stores, going to garage sales. And those students actually have a leg up because they're used to eBay. They already have established accounts. So they work really well together, and I have a lot of students doing that. So the different softwares I use, the one I showed you is the main one. That thing is a freaking powerhouse. It allows you to list the items. It will reprice it for you. You can answer customer questions directly inside there. So again, I'm giving you those scripts. These are canned responses, but the first time you get them, you can copy everything from the scripts, put them into that software, So then when you answer messages, they're all right there in a drop-down menu. What else does that thing do? That can do auto ordering for you for some websites. So the order comes in, automatically orders it for you. That's a little bit of additional fee, but it's not too much. I have another software I use called TrackerBot. TrackerBot will automatically upload tracking numbers for me. So I get an email from like Home Depot saying your item is shipped. Here's a tracking number. TrackerBot pulls that email, pulls the tracking number out of it, uploads it to eBay. You definitely don't need that software when you're first starting out. Something you'll want to add later on. And I go in the course, I tell you, like, do this now. And then when you get to this point, look at this software. There's really no point in, taking on too much new software right up front. I try to keep it really simple when you're starting out until you really get the ball rolling there.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I like about your course is everything's laid out step by step. That's how I started my dropshipping store as well. As I just went step by step. I did this, I did that. I remember when I had to, you had that video on all the eBay preferences to set.
Yeah.
Whew. If I never had that video, it would literally be impossible for me to set up my store. So that was a really cool video. But yeah, I like how it's step by step. And I feel like a lot of people, Paul, make the mistake of trying to like get step number 25 all set up and step 35 set up. And they're worrying about this and that and what's going to happen if that happens, but they haven't even started on step number 1. So it's really cool. I like how you put together the course for sure. Another question that we had coming in, because again, a lot of people who are watching are already selling on eBay. They're probably thrifting items from Goodwill or Salvation Army. And they're asking, should I start a brand new store or should I just use the one that I've already built feedback on? What are your thoughts and reasons for why you should or shouldn't?
I always tell people to start a second store unless they have a store that they used in the past and don't use anymore. I just found that it keeps things better organized. You get a sale on your store, like, oh, is this a drop shipping sale or was this a flipping sale? And then once your store scales up and I teach later how to hire actually virtual assistants to help run your store. That's down the line, but these virtual assistants are great because you pay them like $2 an hour, which is a great wage for them, and they help you run your store. So it's an amazing deal for everyone. And you don't want them doing customer service for you and getting a question about an item that you thrifted and it would just confuse them. It just more organized to keep things separate is what I always recommend people to do.
One thing I noticed, Paul, is a lot of people complain about, oh, there's no money to be made with drop shipping. I see all these drop shippers and I'm running the numbers and I don't know how they're making money. They're breaking even. And that's true, but you've got to learn advanced techniques to be able to build your margins in. That's really the key. Using coupons, right? Using discount portals, becoming tax exempt. These are huge. These are things that are either make or break you, which, that's one of the things that I love about your course as well, Paul, is you really go into depth and talk about how to become tax exempt, how to get gift cards and save money through portals and discounts, because, we've got somebody in the comments asking, how do I become tax exempt? It's quite a process. It is in his course. Do you want to touch on it really quick, like a little 30-second overview?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what I kind of group under my top profit hacks to basically sum up that whole section, because you nailed it on the head. But one of the cool things about buying items to resell them is that when you buy them from your supplier, you actually don't have to pay that supplier sales tax in a lot of situations. So like here in New York, sales tax is high. Like I might pay for like $100 item, I pay almost $10 in sales tax. But because I'm tax exempt, I don't pay that $10 to Walmart when I buy the item. That's a huge savings right there. That's more money in my pocket. Now you got to do it right. You got to do it in a way that's like legit with the law. Like when it's, you don't want to mess this up. It's not something you want to mess around with. But luckily, I've done a ton of research on this. I know exactly how to make it work. And I lay out how to do it inside the course, make it pretty easy to do.
Yeah, our buddy Dropship Tyler, he put out a video recently, and it was something along the lines of he would have made an extra $25,000 if he didn't, because he didn't get tax exempt until like just recently. So it really adds up.
Yeah, it does. It's pretty incredible.
That's crazy. There were quite a few people in the beginning of the show when you were touching on Walmart a little bit. They were saying that their orders keep getting canceled. Do you know why that's happening?
Yeah, so that's basically Walmart afraid that you are that you stole someone's credit card. Because if they see that you're buying items and shipping them to different addresses, they're going to be like, whoa, like what's happening here? It's not that they don't like drop shippers or resellers. They're just afraid that it was a fraudulently used credit card. All you have to do is call up Walmart, tell them that you are buying lots of items, shipping them to multiple addresses, and then Walmart says, oh, okay. And they lift the ban. You might have to do that a couple of times, but then it stops happening. Another trick is you can pay with multiple different ways. So, first order, use a credit card. Second order, pay with PayPal. Third one, use a gift card. And then the more you use the credit card and your account, the less it happens. And then after a little while, it never happens anymore.
Perfect, perfect. So at this point, we answered most of the questions. If you guys have any more, you can ask away. But I want to give away the a couple prizes that I had promised you guys at the beginning of the show, and I want to really reward the people who have stuck around during this whole entire presentation, because that's what it's all about when it comes to success. Whether it's drop shipping or selling items from thrift stores on Amazon, or it's starting a YouTube channel, or it's starting whatever business that you're getting into, the people who win are the ones who stick around, the ones who are consistently taking action. So I want to reward you guys and give away a couple gift cards. Paul, I want you to tell the people right now one word or one phrase that you would like them to say in the comments. And I'm going to go ahead and I am going to pick a couple winners and give away two $25 Amazon gift cards. So first off, before you think of that phrase that you want people to say, if you want to win, I need you guys to do me a big favor. Number one, you've got to hit that like button in order to win. So hit the like button. Number two, if you haven't already, go subscribe to Paul's YouTube channel. It's Paul J. Lipsky.
Yep, that's right.
You can just type that in into YouTube and you'll be able to find his channel and subscribe. But yeah, hit that like button. And Paul, what do you want them to say in the comments so they could win some prizes?
Type the word profit right in there.
Ooh, I like that. Who doesn't want to earn a profit? How are your sales going today in your drop shipping store, Paul? You making a profit?
Black Friday, yep. Things are going great today, and I think Monday is going to be excellent as well. One of the great things is that everything's linked up. So there's sales on Walmart, there's sales on Home Depot. That means the prices of my items are going to drop as well, and so more people are going to buy them, and I'm still going to keep the same profit margins in there. So
I'm going to count down from 5 and pick a random winner. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. We got David Clark is the first winner right now. We got David Clark. And I know David is from the UK because he had left a comment below. And I think he was asking, or it might have been someone else from the UK, can you drop ship internationally, Paul?
yes, you can. So I teach how to sell on ebay.com, but you can do that from other countries. It's going to take a couple of extra steps, a little bit of extra work. UK has it good because it's so easy to sell on both eBay UK and ebay.com from one account. They kind of got a little lucky there.
Wow. I just saw an amazing comment. Danny Wayne, FBA for FLA, says, profit is great, but life happiness is better. And I couldn't agree more. There's so many things. Wouldn't you agree, Paul, that there's so many things you can do right now on the internet or even just in real life? You could work jobs. Like you were a lawyer, right? Like there's so many ways to make a profit, but there's also so many ways to make a profit and also be happy. It's like we're taught in society, just make a profit, but nobody ever like talks about the other half is happiness, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's true.
It's like with drop shipping, it's like you don't have to deal with physical products, right? Like you can do it from the laptop. You could hire virtual assistants to do it for you. You're not having to deal with refunds, like actually like having to come back to your house and stuff. Like what are some other benefits to drop shipping versus, I don't know, working a normal job?
Freedom of location is the biggest one. So, I mean, this week I'm home right now. When I say home, I mean at my parents' place. When I worked a job, I would get out of work day before Thanksgiving, Wednesday, and I'd be in traffic while everyone else is trying to get to their parents' place or family. It was a nightmare. I came here like 5 days early. Got to spend the whole week with my parents, hanging out, having a good time. No way I could have done that before. That's such a small thing, but it means the world to me. It means the world to my parents. It's great.
I agree. And I'm going to count down from 5 again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we have Donna CDM1. Donna CDM1. So David Clark and Donna, you are the winners of the 2 Amazon gift cards. All you've got to do is send me an email to rakeandprofit@gmail.com. rakeandprofit@gmail.com. Please take a screenshot from inside your YouTube account so I know it's you. And we do verify. So please do so. And we'll send you over those 2 digital Amazon gift cards and you go out and enjoy yourself. So just to recap, guys, well, first off, I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you haven't already subscribed to Paul on YouTube, just go to Paul J. Lipsky on YouTube, subscribe to him. We did talk about some limited time Black Friday deals, right? So the deal is you can get Paul's eBay Dropshipping Titans course, $50 off. And I can tell you right now, I've promoted Paul's course and I've shared it for about 8 or 9 months now. I've gone through it personally. It's a great course. He never discounts it, like rarely ever. I've been begging him to discount. He just keeps saying no because he knows the value. And I think it's a good move on your part. But I finally got him to drop it a little bit. So if you're looking to get started and you want someone to hold your hand step by step and you don't want to waste all your time trying to figure things out, get the course. Also, I'm throwing in 5 bonuses, 101 killer clothing brands, 102 killer clothing brands. I'm throwing in my Blazing Profits program, which is how to sell blazers, sport coats, and suits on eBay. Also, I am throwing in 101 killer tie brands. Ties are a great item to flip on eBay as well to build up your cash reserves. And my brand new guide, Toy Brand Profits. If you've already purchased Toy Brand Profits recently, just let me know if you get the course and we could swap it out for something else. But you're going to have to email me at rakeandprofit@gmail.com to claim those bonuses only if you purchased the deal today. So that's pretty much it for the folks who are watching afterwards. Paul is going to put together a special little deal. It's not going to be as good as this one, but if you follow through in the link down below, I'll swap it out after the deal ends. What, tomorrow the deal ends, Paul?
Yeah, pretty much after
Cool.
Friday.
We'll swap out a different deal just because we want to stay true to you guys. We don't just put promotions out and keep them open forever. This is going to end Saturday. So, yeah, want to thank you guys. Hopefully you all had an amazing Thanksgiving and hopefully you guys are crushing it with your sales on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Paul, anything else that you would like to say? Anything?
Yeah, actually, I have a couple of things I want to just go over with it. Do we have a few more minutes? Can I talk about this for a minute?
Absolutely, man, for
Cool.
sure.
This is something I haven't told you about yet. As you know, I've updated this course in the past. So this is a common concern I see from people, and you should be concerned about this because what happens if eBay changes? What happens if this game changes, right? I update my course. I released it in January of 2018. August, I updated it. Like 1/3 of the course was redone. Well, this week, I was looking at my course. I had to update 1 video in it. Something ticked off in my mind. I don't know what I was thinking, but I decided, you know what? While I'm here, I'm just going to make this whole course better. So I've re-recorded every single video in my course. And the reason I did that was because when I released the course in January, I didn't know anything about audio equipment. I didn't know anything about video equipment. The content is amazing. If you watch it, you'd probably be fine watching it. But for me, being the perfectionist I am, I want the best quality possible for this course. And I've also learned more about eBay, learned more about drop shipping. I wanted everything 100% up to date. So this whole week, I've re-recorded the other 2/3 of the course. I'm going to be putting all those up next week. Think of it as like the special edition, digitally enhanced, digitally, it's all ready to go. And I'm going to continue to do that because I'm really serious about helping you guys out, helping out my students, giving them the most up-to-date information. So that means that when you buy this course, you get access to the course for life. So anytime I update it, when I come out with version 2 or version 3 or version 4, whatever I end up doing, you get access to this course for the life of the course. And I have no plans to shut it down ever. But you'll have access to it for the full time. And I think a lot of people, like I hope a lot of people aren't thinking this, but I know some people are thinking this, oh, it's Black Friday. it's too late to get started with drop shipping right now, but I'm telling you, it's not. There's really no bad time to get started because that's always just an excuse. And I hear it so many times. It's too early in the year. It's too late in the year. It's the middle of the year. It's a bad time. There's no bad time to get started because there's always opportunity for you. But there's no opportunity if you don't get started. And like I said, this is going to be the most comprehensive program on the market. I continually update it because I want it to be the most comprehensive. So that's kind of the big news happening with it. Pretty excited for it. And that will probably be happening the end of next week when I actually get all the videos up.
I'm going to ask you a question, and you might have to get back with me behind the scenes because it's one of those questions where with digital products, some people do it, some people don't. Liz Mayfield has been on the call the entire time. She's been asking a lot of questions. She wants to take the course with her partner.
Okay.
Would they both be able to access this, or how does that work? Or maybe do you want to get back with me behind the scenes and send her a message?
Yeah, I'll send her a message about that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Liz, what's your email? If people have questions for you, is there a way that people can ask you questions?
The easiest way is you click the link underneath this video. That's going to take you to the sales page of the course. And again, if you want to purchase it, just choose the payment option, click go through and enter in your credit card information. But before you do that, if you have a question for me, click the link underneath this video, brings you to the sales page. And on the bottom right, you can send a message directly to me through Facebook Messenger. I get those messages, and yeah, that's the best place to reach me.
Perfect, Liz. So make sure you do that, and it'll send a direct message to him. But yeah, for everybody else watching, appreciate you all. If you have any more questions, ask away down in the comment section. Maybe Paul could come by in a couple days and answer some questions for you guys. We're both here to help you guys out as much as possible. But Paul, thank you so much for sharing all this information. And I don't promote a lot of people's courses and stuff. I really don't, because I think a lot of people don't put in the effort. They're not really looking to help. And I always support Paul, and I support his program because I've gone through it personally. It works. He's a great guy. We go way back. How long ago did we meet? 4 years ago?
4 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I know Paul personally is a great guy. We've met up, and yeah, I support him 100%. So I want to thank you guys. Thank you, Paul. Hopefully you guys all have an amazing holiday season, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks again.
Thanks,
Paul.